So there are a lot of different ways for a hypnotist to offer their services. When we come right down to it, we are doing hypnosis with our clients for transformation, whether it's online or in person. And we kind of talked last week about how to price that baseline price so that we can have a thriving business. But that's not really all that we need to do, because our clients will often just go, well, how many sessions do I need? Or like, what do you charge per session? And a lot of times just one session is just not good for our clients. I say you need to stop selling. If you are selling one session at a time, stop selling things that don't work to your clients. One session of hypnosis for transformation of any problem is just not going to work in the long term. So when we think about selling our services, it really helps our clients to put them together in structure, like a program or a package or some kind of logical structure that motivates them to buy into the process. And so there's different ways we can do that. Welcome to HypnoPro Accelerator, the podcast set to transform your hypnosis business. I'm Kimberly Lynn, and alongside my partner, Whitney Christina, we're your co-pilots in the fast lane to success for professional hypnotists. Join us as we explore the art of building a thriving hypnosis practice. We'll discuss captivating offers, effective client communication, and share our own insights from the profession. No gimmicks, just practical strategies from two experts who understand the world of professional hypnosis inside and out. So grab your coffee or something stronger, we won't judge, and settle in and get ready to accelerate your hypnosis business like never before. It's time to take your practice to new heights. Let's make it happen. And so I think Whitney and I each have several different ways that we do it. So I kind of wanted to start up with just asking Whitney kind of, how do you offer your services? What is your basic structure, Whitney?
So for the meat and potatoes of my practice, I do session work. And what happens when people come to me and we're talking in our consultation and they come to me for this thing? And this is the one thing that they really, really want to do. For instance, I had a gentleman that came to me because he had gut issues, and he had been to doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor, had multiple tests. Those things are invasive tests. And he had multiple tests. The doctors could not find out what was wrong with him. And he came to me kind of as a last resort to figure out what was going on. So we got together and we did about 6 sessions. After the third session, or about the third session, I was kind of like, okay, so how's it going? He forgot that that's what he was here for, because what happens is what they come in for is a lot of times, not really what's causing the issue. So I know from my experience that if we do between 6 and 8 sessions, we'll get to the root of the issue and get to them then starting to create the life that they truly want to create.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking with people, I explain that to them. I also let them know, and this is more consultation, but I also let them know like all the things that are going to be included in these sessions. There's going to be a lot. So that's really interesting. I did have a event a couple of days ago that people in the group were talking about. I asked them, okay, so what is it that you don't know about hypnosis? What would you like to know? And I got some really good ideas. You are absolutely right when you don't want to do a one and done kind of session. That's what I call them, because it's not really helpful. I do booster sessions. So
Nice.
for instance, if somebody comes in and they are, they've done all the sessions with me and they are getting ready to, I have one of my favorite people is a pilot, and they had to train for their jumbos. And so they came in for extra session of like just focused and concentration and control so that they could pass this exam easily, which they did. They called me and said it was the easiest thing I've ever done.
Awesome.
The other thing that this group said was they would like to know, like, package for students, right? So if you're a nurse
Well, I know.
and you're studying for your boards, or if you're a realtor and you're studying for, if you're studying for your MCATs, your LSATs,
Yeah.
your, even like in high school, they have to do the ACTs, right? So if you
Yeah.
could do a student package. So the bottom line that I'm suggesting is talk to people in your area, in your group, if you're in a networking group, and just say, what would you like to see? What do you want to know? And those are the things. So putting together packages that
Yeah.
are for students, or this is similar to a stop smoking package, right? So if you
Right.
can get them an accelerated stop smoking or something like that.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
some packages that I'm playing with right now.
Yeah. Do you, for booster sessions, this is something I've been toying with too. Um, do you charge less for that because they've already gone
So,
through nope, it's the same going rate. Whatever they paid, it's the same rate.
yeah,
Okay, good. I like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like it.
They're
So
used to it. They're
basically,
used to paying that rate.
you're right. You're right.
And,
You're absolutely
and,
right.
and why would I discount them?
That's right.
I don't discount
As we
them.
talked about last time.
They are as important this session as they were all the other sessions.
I love that. I love how you are equating, and you said this in the last episode, the value of the session to the value of your client. And I love that. I've actually not heard you say that before. And I think that's a brilliant way of looking at it because it's really saying, I value you so much that because we didn't talk about this in the last session, but my mentor, my teacher, oh my gosh, the thought just went right out of my head. I'm going to pause here and just give me get about. Hang on.
While you're
Yeah.
doing that, I want to say something else that tags off of what we were talking about last
Okay,
week.
go ahead. Go ahead.
That you said you don't necessarily discount, but you give them something extra, something
Yes.
special. And that's exactly what I did with the pilot. I charged them the same fee, but I also recorded specifically for them for their need hypnosis on focus and concentration that I sent out to them, and they were able to replay it and replay it and replay it. And guess what else that turns into then? That turns into a free gift or a bonus for somebody else that needs focus and concentration. And I've done it one time, and now I am able to send it out multiple times. So I'm leveraging my work. And
I love that.
The booster for that client. Yeah. So I didn't mean to interrupt your thought.
No, that's fine. What you are basically, well, not basically, but it's similar to mine. I basically offer a tiered pricing structure. So what I do is I say, just like you, hey, I know that transformation isn't a one and done thing. It's going to take some time. The minimum average time is around, I actually tell my clients 8 sessions because yes, I know that I can get them to their goal by that 5th or 6th session. But I also believe that I don't want to sell something to my client that I know isn't in their best interest. So here's where I go about valuing my client. I know that for a little tree to get established, when you first plant it, you put stakes on it in that first year. You don't make it so tight that the tree can't move, but you make it so that the tree would not be blown down while it's getting established. And I feel like longer or larger session packages is how I do that for my clients. So I have 2 packages, an 8 or a 12 session package. And I do offer, it's about 10% different per session, even though I don't sell it that way, from the smaller to the larger. So when you buy the larger package, what you're doing is you're getting more sessions for less money per session. So it's slightly discounted. But so then I say, hey, if you want the very best deal, and I also in my consultations, I will tell people, listen, I know that you need more sessions. So it's 50-50. I will either recommend 8 sessions or 12, depending on what their issue is and what's been going on in the history that I've collected during the consultation. So I do tell people sometimes hey, you're not necessarily going to need the larger session. It's probably bad sales. You should always get your biggest package first. But I do that because I want to be ethical and moral and say, hey, I don't think you need that. Um, so, but if it really comes down to it and I say, hey, you could do 8 sessions, but you could also do 12, I think it would be really good for you, because I always think the 12 session package is better for my clients, because what happens is after your tree gets established, you might remove the ties that those little, the tree is staked down there, but you don't necessarily just never check on the tree again. And it takes time to get established. So I like to be there for my clients. And so if they get the change that they want and we still have some sessions left, what we do is we just space them out. And it sort of acts like what you'd call your booster sessions. They stay
Yeah.
active and viable for the client. They can wait 6 months or up to, I say, a year from the time of purchase. And so if they don't want to use them right now or just keep working towards a goal, they can go put on the shelf for a little while. And that way, they're always able to come back to see me. I'm there when life gets bumpy. If something comes along and they don't, and they're not doing well, I get to help them. So I just think being there for my client in the longer term time period is much, much better for them. I know that I didn't make changes overnight. The biggest changes I made in my life when I became a hypnotist and started healing myself were in the first 6 months. But it doesn't happen overnight, and changes were still happening a year and a half, 2 years down the road. And so I also offer a membership where people can pay monthly, and I get a subscription amount, and they get 1 session per month. Plus, they get some other support from me, and they get other bonuses. And so another way that I offer value to my clients is when they purchase the larger package, where I charge a little bit less, but I also offer in value. It just makes it more and more valuable to my clients. So that's kind of how I do it. And basically, what we're both talking about here is kind of a tiered pricing structure. So usually it's more expensive if you buy fewer of something, and a little bit less expensive the more you get. It's that Costco effect. But again, make sure that even when you're doing this kind of pricing structure, that even your larger packages where you're technically perhaps charging less per session, you're not marketing that way. And that price point is still enough for you to make a fair amount that will revitalize and renew and make your business thrive. Because if you charge too little, your business can't thrive. And so one way to increase the value to your clients is to add in those freebies. For instance, like what he was talking about, once you make a recording, you can offer that to other people as a bonus, or just comes with their package. So you can add to the value of something without discounting the price as well. So yeah, those
And
are my thoughts.
leverage your tools, like doing that one recording, you can give it like to other people. And I want to just emphasize what you said, and you've said it like 5 times, and I'm so glad you said it. We want you to thrive. That's the goal here. You need to thrive. You need to be
Yes.
happy in your profession and make the money that is going to support you and your
Yeah.
thrival, not survival.
Yeah. Thrival. I love that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
super
So
great.
when you're pricing yourself, make sure that you are pricing something that is in your thrival. And I like to tell my clients when I'm working with them, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. When you're putting your pricing together and you're thinking about your thrival, if it's right here, if it feels tickly like champagne bubbles, you're probably in the right area. And if it feels heavy and you feel like, yeah, I could make it on this, I probably have to go get a second job to support my hypnosis business. That's not it. So if it feels heavy, that's not it. So go for the thrival, go for the champagne bubbles right down here, and you're at a good number.
Yeah.
And trust yourself. Your self knows. Your subconscious knows. It's trying to tell you.
Mhm. You just out of what you were saying, I was thinking about how valuable our work is. How
Yes.
how special it is. And it just, a new thought, a new insight just popped in my brain. we are really not for the masses when we're doing one-on-one work. We just cannot charge per session, whatever that rate is for us, an off the street, walking off the street price. This is just not, it's not massage, right? It's not even therapy. It's so much more than that. And it's not that we're more important and the other modalities aren't good. It's just that what we are doing is so powerful that I would suggest that the only way that we as business owners can charge that walking off the street $99 kind of price point is when we're doing things that are pre-made and reused and evergreen. So it makes me want to encourage you to develop as you go reusable courses that are accessible to that client, right? Now, when we're talking about marketing and you figured out your niche, you're always talking to the same client with the same problems, but not all of your clients necessarily have the same financial resources. And so no matter who you're talking to, your what you're offering is to the same client, but there's different price points. And so that leads me into like the idea that there is a value ladder journey type thing that your client goes through. You as a, business owner and marketer, you have to get awareness out there. And so a lot of especially online business owners will have resources that we offer for free to get people interested, to get them to know us. Technically, that's called just a lead magnet. You can offer it many different ways. You can have free consultations, free downloads. You can have, what other kinds of things can you have that are just freebies that recordings that you've made? What else, Whitney?
You could make a little ebook.
Oh, yeah.
You could make an ebook that they sign up for. I have this really cool thing. I call it the Mother Earth meditation because right now everybody is into grounding and being one with Mother Nature. And it is, a really beautiful thing that if you sign up for my email list, you get this Mother Nature meditation for free.
That's brilliant. I love that. So there's, whatever number of people that you grab in through your free type of offer that just gets people interested in you, we call that the 100%, right? And then there might be something that you can offer that is not all the way to what we would probably call my package, my 8 to 12 session package. You'd call that my signature offer. That's my highest price point offer right now. That's the top tier of offer that I'm giving out, top price point, high ticket stuff. So you want to have something that helps and nurtures your client forward that's in between the free and the high ticket. So anything over about $100 is going to be considered high ticket. Mine happens to be, 4 digits, multiple 4 digits. And I'm sure yours is too, even though your package is slightly smaller than mine, Whitney. So you need to have something in a
revising my thinking on it, though.
Yeah. Well, there needs to be something in a 2 or maybe a low 3-digit number that people can access. That is the affordable option. It offers solutions. It offers help and support. It's just not going to, we know that an online course or recordings are probably never going to address someone's like root cause problem, but it still helps them. It still offers value. It gives them relief. And if they're ready and they want to, they can always move up to your signature offer. So that's how we, as business owners, thrive and also offer a journey that we lead our clients through. So we have you would expect about 10% of your people to come through and maybe grab a hold of your $49 or $99 course or whatever that is. Or also we can do workshops, which are live a lot of times, but we have many people enter into them. So we can have a workshop. Tell me about your workshops, because I know you've done several and I love what you do.
I'm really excited to talk about this because when you were talking about something that is right in the middle that is still helpful, I do the group hypnosis workshops. And every time I do this workshop, every time I have people come out and they were crying and they just did not expect that. They didn't expect to be taken on the journey that they were on to get down to where their limiting beliefs were actually made, and then being able to overcome it and overpower it. And if you have 20 people in a room and you're doing this very specific journey for them, they come out, they are heavily impacted. Now they have a taste of what your individual sessions are going to be like. Maybe they don't need it now. Maybe they need it in 3 months. Maybe they need it in 6 months, but at least they have a taste of what it is that you offer. The next time that you offer one, you'll still invite them, and they'll bring their sister, they'll bring their daughter, they'll bring their friends. You have to do this. And I've had businesses say, I want you to do this for my office. I want to customize, specialized one just for them. So now you're creating another market, right? You're doing this for, let's say, realtors that have to overcome motivation problems and why are they doing what they're doing or not doing what they should be doing? Really, is like they know they should be doing this. So you just create different markets, different niches, and leveraging that group. You can, and you can also record it. You can also record it, and then it becomes a product. So then you can say, maybe you can't afford my week-long retreat or whatever it is, or weekend retreat that you're going to do, but I have this that I have done for realtors, and it's been very effective for them. So work smart. What you are doing and creating touches a lot of lives, and I want to say, that I really agree with you that what we do is not the normal. You're really out there touching people's lives, turning them around. And I've had it, and I know you've had it. People say, you saved my life. You saved my life. So it's not the norm, and it is totally, completely valuable. And as you're working on different things, think about how you can touch other people the same way.
Yep. I love it. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up today. There's lots of different ways to offer your services. Make sure you're in your thriving price point, however you structure it. And I want to tell you, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really would love you to share what we do. So please hit if it's over there, the like and the subscribe button. You'll get notified when we release our weekly episodes. Plus, I want to invite you to join our Facebook group, HypnoPro Accelerator on Facebook. There's going to be a link in the description. It is free. It is open to all professional hypnotists who are wanting to learn more about the business of hypnosis. We are going to be your co-pilot in the fast lane to success. So please find our Facebook group and invite you to join us during our monthly Power Hour training, which is coming up. We'd really love to see you there. You can find more on our website, HypnoProAccelerator.com. Thank you so much and have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.